Hi everyone, we did it. We are at the end of the final week, week 8 of the Fall Sprint First Form Challenge. I'm honestly surprised that I'm on here and I've completed all 8 weeks. So this is going to be a video recapping my journey during the challenge and just overall like how it was for me and all of that. So prior to joining the First Form Challenge, I will be honest, I thought I knew pretty much everything about fitness. I thought that I was like really knowledgeable in the area, like people would come to me for help. I thought that I knew what I was doing. But at the same time, like my body hit a huge plateau. Like I was seeing no progress. I was getting pretty discouraged with my workouts because I was just like, okay, like I thought I knew a lot about fitness. I've been doing this for a couple years, but I'm not seeing any results. So in a way, I kind of felt hypocritical helping people because I was like, I can't even figure out how to help myself. So that's what kind of sparked my interest at first during this challenge. Was just okay, maybe I should step up and try something different. I thought that for myself, being a smaller person, I was always kind of turned off by the thought of doing challenges because as far as like weight numbers and like scale numbers, you don't really, like for my size, you don't really ever see that difference in that way. And so I never really cared about those challenges because I always thought like what's the point of them, because people will think she's already small, like why is she doing this, or I'm not going to have much progress to show. But I just decided to go for it this time. I was sick of seeing a plateau in my body and seeing no progress, and I finally came to the realization that I don't know everything and I really needed help. So that's the main reason why I signed up to join the First Form Challenge. So going into the challenge, I had two main goals that I was kind of hoping to work on. So the first was my lower body. It's not like huge in any kind of way. Like for me, it's a stubborn area, and no matter how many different workouts I've tried, I've always just been like not seeing any progress. I had been recently seeing a little bit of an increase in cellulite, which I know like everyone has cellulite and it's normal, but for me, I just didn't understand why if I was working out and eating what I thought was healthy, I shouldn't be seeing the results get worse. I should see them get better. So that was a goal I wanted to work on, was my lower body specifically. Another was nutrition. I thought I ate healthy until I joined this challenge and watched all the videos with the trainers and just learned more about nutrition and fueling your body. I had never counted macros before entering this challenge. I didn't know how to do it. I always heard about it, but I just never cared to try it. So I wanted to really fine-tune my nutrition and just learn more about like how beneficial it actually is to get in certain amounts of protein, carbs, fats, the foods that you're eating. So, that being said, just a recap now of this journey. When I first started, I was nervous. I just like entering the Facebook group, trying to get in communication with Laura, our trainer, who is amazing, by the way. I'm so happy that she was my trainer for this challenge. So starting out, I was very overwhelmed. Getting my macros on the dashboard and figuring out how to find which app on my phone I wanted to use for counting the macros, how to weigh out my food. Like, it was just overwhelming. And to me, I had always thought like protein, I don't know, you ate a lot of protein, you got really fat. But according to how I normally ate, I was less than half of eating the protein that I should have. So the more I began to learn about macros, the first couple of weeks of the challenge, I was very overwhelmed. I was very discouraged. I didn't think I was doing it right. I changed my macros, I felt like 3 or 4 times because they just didn't feel right to me. The workouts, I was starting out following the ones on the dashboard, but then I kind of realized for me it wasn't really how I like to do my training, so I kind of used them as like helpful tips, but I also just modified mine. I did get to a point in the challenge, probably like week 4, I think. If I go back and watch my videos on YouTube, I would remember. I think it was week 4 or 5, where I was just super discouraged because I had switched birth controls and I was bloated beyond belief. I was on a period for 3 weeks. I was seeing people's results posted every week on the Facebook group with Laura, and I just felt discouraged because they were having amazing results and I was seeing no results. I don't really care too much about the scale number, but I started the challenge at 123 pounds, and I think like 0.4, 123.4. That's the heaviest I've personally ever weighed. I'm not in any way thinking I'm fat. I just always had a goal of kind of being between like 115, 118 from my body type. So I just wasn't seeing any progress. So I think it was one video that the trainer did. Ooh, don't remember which trainer, and Laura did. I think it was Kelly, the trainer Kelly, and Laura did, and they really talked about the type of training you're doing with like your nutrition, and that blew my mind. I learned so much in that video. So from that week, I think it was like the end of week 5 or week 6, I decided to increase my weight, lower my reps, really challenge myself in my workouts, add in more HIIT, and actually really fine-tune my macros to make sure I was getting in all of my protein. And since I did that, I started to see significant changes. So even though I was about to quit, I contacted Laura a couple times, asking her questions about these macros don't feel right for me, I'm not seeing any progress, my training. I gave her a lowdown, and she responded to me with so much advice and helpful tips, and she switched up my macros, and even in 2 weeks I had noticed a change. So that was so nice, and it was really helpful. So now, going through the challenge, I guess overall a full recap, I'm currently at the end of the challenge sitting at a weight of 118.8. So in my sense, I reached my goal, and I'm very happy about that. My body, I felt like, got out of that plateau mode, and I started to see results. My lower body definitely feels stronger and tighter. Like, it doesn't feel like it's as flimsy and unstable as it used to be when I did squats and other things. I have noticed a decrease in the cellulite. You can't really see it in the progress pictures, but personally, I am so content with how this challenge went and how I feel myself. Even though I'm a small person and you can't really see the changes physically that much, you can in some parts of my body. If you could see the like mental change in a progress photo, that would be what I would love to show you guys. Because going into this challenge, like I said, I thought I knew everything about fitness. And as the weeks went on, I tried to watch all of the live videos that were with Laura and other trainers. And every single one, I loved the Q&As and the questions. I was learning so much. And now going away from this challenge, if I could just show you guys a picture of how much I've learned about nutrition and how important it is for your body to get the proper protein and the right balance of carbs and fats and the types of foods that you're eating, like, I feel so pumped and passionate now to share what I've learned with other people. And that being said, the First Form community, I've always been kind of turned off by trainers doing stuff because they've been kind of, not First Form specifically, I mean in general, they've just kind of, I felt like, been more out for themselves, like trying to get money, and they're doing it just because they want a paycheck. But with the First Form community, I never felt that way. I felt like these people, these trainers who were involved, were definitely genuine and doing this because they wanted to help people. And that's something that was really, I guess, helpful for me to keep going, is these people believe in me and these people want me to succeed. They're just not looking for a paycheck from this challenge. They're just not looking for fame. They actually want to help the people in this group. I never felt silly for asking a question. I never felt judged or weird for approaching or asking a trainer one of the questions. The people in the First Form community are genuine, and I love that about them. I would definitely recommend this to other people. Something I did forget to mention is supplements, a very important part of the challenge. So starting out, I've always kind of been leery of supplements. I never really was into that. I didn't think it would make a difference, so I never relied on that stuff or used it. But for this challenge, I decided to spend the money, and at the beginning, I ordered the Ignition and the vegan protein powder. So I got in the habit of, after every single workout, I would drink the Ignition and the Vegan Protein Pro in a shake with like a cup of milk and put it in the blender. And that just became my routine. At first the taste was kind of awkward, but then after a while I started to crave it after my workouts. And I have definitely noticed throughout the challenge that they helped. Like, how am I supposed to hit my protein goal that protein powder definitely helped me hit that goal. The ignition helped me feel like energized after my workouts. I didn't notice as much like fatigue feeling. I just felt like I was putting things into my body that were good for me. I think around week 6, I did run out of my protein powder, which was kind of a bummer, and I was sad about that. I just really upped my protein in other foods. Instead of a half a can of chicken, I ate a whole can of chicken for lunch, which was probably around 50 grams. So I tried to make up for it by eating a lot of protein. I used to eat 3 eggs, I upped it to 4, so I made changes to try and increase that, and that did help. So as far as the supplements go, I would definitely recommend them. I'm kind of excited to try other ones maybe going forward. Level 1, I didn't get to do that, and I was interested in that. Creatine, which I heard about, which sounded good. I started taking fish oil because of one of the videos we had. So these are all things that I've just done throughout the challenge. I'm so excited with where I'm at, and this is not the end for me. I'm definitely going to keep pursuing intensifying, if that's a word, making my workouts more intense, increasing my weight, trying to become stronger, and just continuing to fuel my body properly. I'm not going to probably count my macros daily because I've kind of gotten the hang of it, but I'm definitely going to keep doing that every once in a while to make sure I'm still on track. Now I know how much protein I was not getting before I took this challenge, and I just feel like I'm fueling my body properly now after learning from this challenge. So I think that's pretty much everything. That's a wrap. It's been so awesome. I love seeing everyone else's progress. Thank you for taking the time to listen to this video and watch my previous ones if you did. Thank you so much for Laura. You have been an amazing trainer. You're genuine. You replied back to me when I asked you questions. Your energy is so contagious, and I love that you are doing this with your life because you're perfect for this. So thank you so much for being a wonderful trainer. All the other trainers at Phorm, I can't remember all of your guys' names, I feel bad, that did live videos with us. Thank you so much for that as well, because it's because of you guys and your positivity and your encouragement and your knowledge that it's made me want to continue for the full 8 weeks and pursue this now afterwards. So thank you so much, everyone, and we're at the end of the challenge. It's been so awesome.